He is an absolute rock star.
We're both crazy.
He enjoys life.
There's one word that probably does not exist in his vocabulary. Can't.
He's a very special man.
He's a good man.
Clark Kent exists in real life. It's Joe Robert.
The word he hates the most, no.
He can't say no to anybody.
You know you can count on him.
Greatest guy in the world to me.
What makes him really go for it is when you say can't and no together. You got a problem.
Joe has been a devoted father, and I think Joy is, I'm very proud of him and his service in Iraq.
He's always been a great teacher, but, you know, as a kid, you always know more than your parents. At the same time, I always stored all the information in the back of my head, and I'd always use it, but I just didn't like having him tell me about it, so he'll probably get a kick out of me telling me he was a good teacher, even because I was always fighting him on it.
Just as Joe is so much a family man with his own sons, he's a family man in that extended family that he seems to develop wherever he goes. I'm part of that family too, and I'm delighted to be.
If you find one nice person, they'll lead you to the rest of them. And that's what he does.
Joe's a friend that takes friendship very seriously.
Joe Robert is, to me, is my favorite kind of a human being. That means completely stocked with soul and science, and they have a 360-degree range, which that's what I like.
But I just can't take the little one piece and say, that's the man, because this guy's really got a mixture of a lot of good qualities that most of us give our right arm if we just had 10% of them.
I don't know many people that put as much time and effort into giving for others or ensuring that others have the opportunities to accomplish what he's been able to accomplish. And I guess that all stems from his childhood, not having a lot to work with and just sort of having to fight for everything growing up.
This was just a grass embankment, no fence, and this was the neighborhood. This was the neighborhood playground. Is the train tracks.
Well, we were both born into somewhat squalid circumstances, and we have a constant running argument about who is poorer than thou. And I think both of us had loving mothers who instilled in us a sense of to whom much is given, much is expected.
Joe believes that he needs to be the change he wants to see in this world.
He sees people not able to flower, not able to develop, not able to reach their potential. It bothers him.
His biggest thing is children.
Fight for Children's the organization that has been his primary vehicle to raise money for children.
It supports a lot of different charities in Washington around health care for kids and education.
Primarily to get kids either scholarships or inner-city after-school programs or programs for kids who have been abandoned or orphaned.
Fight Night is a dream child of Joe Robert, founded 15 years ago by his foundation, Fight for Children,
which has raised some $60 million for disadvantaged youth.
Evening starts, it's a little over 2,000 guys, around 2,000 guys, all black tie. They honor all the classic boxers. There's a big music show that goes on. MC Hammer was there last year, Chubby Checkers.
It's a place where you don't go with a collar. But school night is a very important gathering. It has raised millions of dollars over the years, and it all goes to helping youngsters, to helping get our educational system in the best possible shape, and to help kids who can't afford to do the things that their parents want them to do. Get the right schools, go there, learn, get the computers, get the things they need to set their step into the modern world and to do it well.
Something like 3 years ago, Joe was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. He has fought that disease as well as I can imagine any human being fighting a disease like that. It's nothing short of miraculous. I think the reason he survived this long is because of his indomitable spirit, because of his will to live, and not only live, but live productively. St. John's College High School is expanding and was trying to take a broader approach to education for kids in the district. And science and technology is an area that kids, particularly when they apply to college, are somewhat deficient. And Joe put a lot of pressure on me to give a lot of money, and we together contributed to build the technology center, and they're co-located as they should be. I think that the discipline that St. John's imposes on its students, along with a superior education and an incentive to want to succeed no matter what you do, I think all contributes to the fact that they have a body of successful alumni.
Joe's son, Joey, had a problem that needed surgery, and after Joey's surgery was all over and his hospitalization was all over, Joe sat with me and he said, look, what can I do to help? So we started with a big, huge plan, multi-phases, we're still involved with it, to sequentially upgrade not only the facilities, but the doctors, the nurses, the whole experience of surgery at Children's Hospital. I can't say enough about what he's done. Despite
Joe's handicaps and his very serious and terminal, they say, illness, he still advocates for school choice. He's done things, he's rallied students for vouchers. He's not backed off of any of his, the strength of his push to maintain vouchers, which I, of course, support. But he's a lot more eloquent in that advocacy than I am. Christian Brothers do have a philosophy about giving back to your community, and I think they interpolate that in the education that they give all young men, that not only is it important to be a success in whatever you do in life, but once having achieved some of that success, you need to go back and reinfuse it into the community and give back, as they used to say. And it's an important part of your life. It's too late, you know, on your deathbed to think, well, I should have given back more.
He walks the talk. He doesn't ask people to do what he's not prepared to do, and then some. And he has been a role model for me and the senior management team, and I think countless people in the business who want to feel good but also do good.
Joe raises the bar for everybody, and he inspires greatness in us all.
His efforts has been a driving force in developing my own want and concern for being able to provide the same things.
I couldn't see Joe being a success or recognizing that he was a success unless it was that it made it possible for him to do something for people. That, I think, is the secret of this man.